popular quote states that study how a society uses its land, and you can come to a pretty conclusion as to what its future will be. Who said it? Oh, well, hold on a moment. Hello and welcome. This is Green 360, our program talking about the world of agriculture on iBrandTV. My name, by the way, is Michael Nath. And to start with, let's take a break and bring you this notable quote. Ernst Friedrich Schumacher was a German-British statistician and economist, author, orator, and opinion molder. The quote by Schumacher paints the picture of today's episode on Green 360. To make the picture bigger, we have in the studio an expert on land usage planning and valuation who will help to analyze some key issues. But before that, let's take our field report focusing on agriculture and land use.
Agriculture, like most other industries, is a process subsisting on four factors of production, namely entrepreneur, capital, land, and labor. From the core of agriculture through the entire value chain, like food processing, packaging, marketing, and distribution to storage and export, it takes the four factors. Whichever agricultural sector to engage in takes place on land, whether crop, livestock, fishing, or agroforestry. Therefore, issues around land are hereby taken into consideration, with Nigeria as a case study. As a nation, Nigeria's land area is 923,768 square kilometers, making it the 32nd largest country in the world. Of the total land area, 75% is reported to be arable. Nevertheless, only 40% of the arable lot is being cultivated. Agriculture remains the foundation of Nigeria's economy, employing 35% of Nigeria's labor force, according to statistics, translating to 3 persons out of every 10 working-class Nigerians. And as reported by Food and Agriculture Organization FAO, agriculture contributed an average of 24% of the gross domestic product, GDP of Nigeria, between 2013 and 2019, while it is top on the list of sectors contributing to the Nigerian economy at 23.63% in 2020. Nigeria's Land Use Act 1978 vests all land comprised in the territory of each state solely in the governor of the state, who holds the land in trust for the people and is responsible for allocation of land in all urban areas to individuals residing in the state for residential, agriculture, and commercial purposes. Nevertheless, there seems to be a veil on the definition of the word urban as used in the Land Use Act, as there are lands deep in the rural areas which have long been acquired by the governments, whether state or federal. At the same time, there are virgin lands in the urban areas whose ownership are claimed by certain families or individuals. Even a series of crises have been recorded concerning land, with some attracting litigation that run for as long as 30 to 40 years, and even getting to the Supreme Court. To invest in agriculture in Nigeria, therefore, especially on a large scale, what is the way to go not to run afoul of the Land Use Act, which could lead to conservation of the farmlands by the government, and also not to run into any crisis that would warrant any litigation whatsoever. Land is not just land in Nigeria. There's need for clarification with the authorities on the status, availability, and designated purpose of the land.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's through unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
You're warmly welcome back as I gladly present to you the Chairman, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, NITP, Lagos State Chapter, Ayo Adejumo. Ayo, you're welcome to Green 360.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nance.
Yeah, now everybody knows what agriculture can do for a town planner. Now let's take the question from a different angle. What role does or can a town planner play as it concerns agriculture?
Well, thank you very much for that question. It's a brilliant one, and it is a question that needs to be fully tackled so that we get it straight,
Okay.
all of us. Everything man does takes place on land, and so there's no way we can rule out the benefit of land to every man, even to the animals. And so it is important that as a town planner that are responsible for the allocation of space, the organization of land among the various uses, you will know that a city, there are various land uses: residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, recreational, and of course agriculture. We cannot also rule out communication because the roads and the rail, they also share land. So as town planners, we are concerned about the organization of land among all these uses, which of course includes agriculture. So planning also relates with agriculture, just like other land uses. And so it is important that when we are planning cities, towns, or settlements in general, depending on the nomenclature we want to be, whether it's a town, city, or nation, or region, so everything is settlement. And so people that will live in all these settlements, they will have to eat. So they will also have to do agriculture as a source of income. They will also have to do agriculture to boost the economy. So there's no way we can rule out agriculture even for planning. So when we are planning, we take cognizance of agriculture.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, we cannot talk about any issue or anything at all without thinking about issues or challenges, concerning that very thing being talked about. In Nigeria, what are the challenges associated, with land?
Generally, title. Before title acquisition, the problems or the challenges start with acquisition.
Okay.
There are a lot of problems, there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of issues that are associated with land acquisition in Nigeria generally. But we want to narrow it down to Lagos.
Okay.
To get land, even if you have the money, there are issues relating to ownership. A lot of people have bought land and they discovered at the end of the day that they fell into wrong hands when they were buying.
That's very common.
So, and the issue of Omonile, the traditional or original landowners, is
Okay,
also there.
that means Omonile, put differently, is traditional landowner.
Yes, the traditional or original landowners.
Okay.
They are actually members of the family that originally owns the land.
Okay.
And so, because of some reasons, especially in this part of the world, you find out that some people that are also members of the family that sold the land will come back later to, give the buyer some problems. Yes, in the sense that some may claim that they were not aware when some family members sold the land. But of course they were aware. But because of poverty, lack of education, and some inadequacies in our system, these people capitalized on that. And so they do a lot of ungodly things, putting the buyers into trouble, into problems. So some of the problem that are associated with land is the acquisition that I've mentioned, title. There are a lot of bureaucratic challenges that are also related to title. There are some people, they will tell you they have been processing certificate of occupancy over 5 years. They have not gotten their certificates, which is a title that they can hold as owners of the land. And this is all over Nigeria. I know very well people that will say that they have been processing over 5 years, they've not gotten. Or your southwestern states and some parts of the country, rivers. The challenge, the problem is national.
Now, is this as a result of bureaucracy, or is it kind of deliberate, being a Nigerian thing?
Well, I would want to say that we can say it's deliberate. Because from my experience, I know very well that when members of the public apply for certificate of occupancy, some of the governors refuse to sign them. So why I said it's deliberate is because a governor that will spend 4 years will not sign some of the certificates that belong to people that do not know anyone in the corridors of power.
Really?
But you will see that the politicians will sign certificates of occupancy for themselves, for their cronies, for their political friends, for their family members, and for some people that can, maybe cut corners to get across to the governor or people that know governor that will sign for them. So, but what happens to others that are ordinary people that have also applied for years? The certificate of occupancy will not come out to them.
Well, all this while you've been talking about land generally.
Yes.
Can we now narrow it down to agricultural land?
Yes.
What are some of the issues or challenges involved?
You cannot rule out what I've just said. The problem of agriculture when it comes to land also include what I've just said, the acquisition and title. All the land uses, you need title for them. You want to build a petrol station, you need a land. Petrol station is the commercial development, so you need land, you need title for that. And when it also comes to agriculture, you also need title for your land. Large expanse of land, large acres of land, you need title for it. So it's not only about agriculture, but because we are talking about agriculture now, so we are talking about the acquisition. To get land, you want to start farming, you get land. Even people that bought just a plot of land, they have issues with the original family owners. How much more people that bought acres or hectares to do agricultural business? So the problem affects all the land uses, and agriculture is just one of the land uses. So agriculture also has that problem of acquisition, title, and even disposition. Disposition in the sense that because of the population, increase in population, because of the growth, because of the practice of the people, technology, and all sorts of international socio-economic development. A lot of things are coming up, and they are emerging on lands that were originally allocated for agriculture. So you discover that these days agriculture has problem of other land uses taking over lands that were originally. In Ikorodu,
Okay.
there's an area called Agric.
Okay.
That area was originally zoned for agricultural development in Lagos State.
Well,
But
hence
what do
the
we-
name a Greek.
Yes, but what do you find out happening there now? You find a lot of buildings, a lot of structures being used for other various land uses. So these are the problems that are confronting agriculture.
Yeah,
And
that-
it's not only in Lagos, it cuts across.
Wow, and that definitely is going to take us to the next question, which I think is very pertinent too. Now, when you consider the fact that residential and industrial estates are fast growing in Nigeria, would you ever have the fear that, say, in 50 years from now, there will still be availability of land for agriculture?
Yes, I can say that there will still be land for agriculture. Nigeria is 923,000, about 923,768 square meters of land, and about as at today, almost 35 to 45% of the land is arable land, and there is still land, especially if you travel across states,
Yeah.
or from one state to another, you still find that there are a lot of plots of
Yes.
hectares of land,
Fallow.
fallows, that Nigerian government have not actually. Government is trying, but I want to say that government has not tried enough to encourage people to go into farming, to go into agriculture, and that these lands, they are just there, just wasting away. So next 50 years there will still be land. I know.
Nah, that's that. I like that optimism. I like that. Now, Land Use Act 1978 is always mentioned, during discussions relating to land. What makes it that important?
Yes, the Land Use Act of 1978, you will know that vested the control of land in the state. And so it gives power to state to control land. And when state controls land, as like I said earlier on, that all activities take place on land, and agriculture is one of the activities that take place on land. So the Land Use Act actually allows the state to have control on all this. The state government can declare a certain area as for estate, residential estate.
Okay.
You can also declare certain areas as agricultural zone. In Lagos State, there are some areas that were zoned for agriculture, and government is using that power to allocate those land to people that apply for land to practice agriculture. So because of that, it makes it easy, because it is within the state. It's not a national issue now, it's just within the state. So it enables people, because they are also close to the state government. Now, if anybody wants something, now you want to go to Abuja, you can't go to Abuja. It's something that you can easily do within the state, and it's just because the Land Use Act, has given the power to control land in the state government. So
Yes. Now, can a non-indigenous of a particular state in Nigeria acquire a plot of land by merely applying for it, irrespective of the state of origin?
yes, because the Nigerian Constitution allows us as citizens to reside anywhere in Nigeria, as long as you don't constitute nuisance and you are not a threat to the security of that place. So as a Nigerian, you should be able to come to Lagos, apply, and get allocation for land. It's happening in Lagos. We have people that are not that are not from Lagos. They are not originally from Lagos. Only because they have come to live, they have come to work in Lagos, and they apply formally, and once they meet the conditions set, they are given.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. What are the protocols involved?
Yeah, the protocol involved is to apply. You have to apply
to
the Lagos State government through the Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay.
And that's how it operates in all other states too. The Ministry of Agriculture is in charge.
All right.
And of course, they will work together in synergy with some agencies that are related to land issues. Maybe Surveyor General's office, maybe Ministry of Lands, maybe Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. So when you apply to Ministry of Agriculture formally, you obtain the form, you complete the form, you submit, they ask you certain questions and you can meet the conditions. Then you are allocated certain hectares of land that you may require if they feel that you will be able to work within that area. If somebody applies for 100 hectares of land and the appropriate agency that is in charge, feels that that person cannot actually maintain that size of land,
such request won't be granted.
Such request will be granted, maybe reduced. The hectares or acres may be reduced. And if somebody can ask for maybe like 100, I just said, and the conditions and some other factors that the person presents can even be more than that, government can also encourage such person and say, okay, you're asking for 50, we feel that with what you see that you have, you can even do more than that. Then if the person feels that, well, no problem, then he takes it.
Now, with all the laws and regulations, governing the use of land in Nigeria, one would have expected that there wouldn't be much problem, as regards land acquisition or ownership in Nigeria. But contrary to that, we have a series of land grabbing, conflicts, litigations. At times, they go as far as getting to the level of the Supreme Court. Why is the situation that way?
You said one of the challenges that made it that way is because of our system. Yes. Our system is weak. Our system is weak, and that's why you see members of the public that are capitalizing on that problem. That's our system. If we have a system that works very well, there wouldn't be much of these problems that we are having, not only in terms of land, even in every sector. The issue has been our system. Our system have not been adequately or efficiently implemented. Many times government will have policies, government will make regulations, government will make laws, but the mechanism, the structure to make that law or that regulation to work is not put in place. And so that's why the problem persists. But we have, up till around last week, I still had a personal experience. We went to a site at Adejumo, and I went with my clients, and when we got there, we took officials of the government there. You can't believe we got to the site as early as 10 in the morning, but we couldn't do anything on that site.
Why?
The land grabbers and the so-called Omomile, they did not allow us to get to the site. So the town planning officials that we took out of office, they couldn't do anything. So all efforts to do anything on that day were wasted.
Has that issue been resolved now?
You know that Lagos State government made a law on the land grabbing, but how many people have we had that have been tried, that have been arrested, tried, prosecuted, and have been found guilty and have gone to jail. But because all these things have been going on freely, so that's why anybody can just wake up and do whatever he likes.
Enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am, take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447, 08035644436, 07066638213. Banga Fresh Palm Fruit Extract.